All right, welcome back to NVC Dudes. I'm Brian.
I'm James.
James, how are you, my friend?
Great, man. So, we're going to do a little special episode on this book that I wrote 10 years ago.
Wow, 10 years ago
Yeah,
you wrote this.
10 years ago on Saturday, on 10/10, October 10th. It's called The Joy of Compassionate Connecting.
That sounds
And
awesome.
yeah, it's got a really cool couple of trees on the front.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see that, but yeah,
nice. So I know you've been doing NVC for a long time, almost 20 years or over 20 years now,
it's around there. I think
around there,
it's probably officially 18.
18. So
Yeah.
basically you're in it 8 years and you want to write a book because it means so much to you. So why did you write the book? What was the purpose? What were you trying to get out?
Yeah, for me, it was an exercise to like integrate because I came from a Catholic, religious Christian background. And after discovering this thing, this NVC, nonviolent communication, I it was like a personal project. I wanted to integrate the beauty that I had growing up with this newfound framework
Mm,
for life, for living and describing life and communicating.
right.
So that's what motivated it. It was more like for my own benefit. And, truthfully, I wanted to leave something to my son.
That's
Um,
amazing. That's great. Yeah.
yeah. I actually, there's a picture. Actually, the dedication of the book has a picture when I'm dedicating it to my son. And I'll see if I can show it to you. So, so he and I and some buddies went backpacking, and we wanted this to be a special sort of like dudes hanging out in the forest
Yeah.
thing. And I had the scroll of meaningful like scriptures that really spoke to me, about loving your neighbor, loving yourself, and even loving your enemies.
Right.
I had it all wrapped up, and I gave it to him on that trip. And that scroll turned into this book.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that was sort of the seed of the idea, and then it sort of sprouted into this deeper dive. Because the book it looks pretty big from where I'm standing.
Yeah,
It's got a lot of concepts in there. So, yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's got some meat to it.
How long did it
And
take you to write it?
from first page to publication, a year and a half.
Wow.
I was like inspired, and there was lots of reviews, lots of edits.
Yeah, editing.
I
Yeah,
got lots of help.
that's good.
And so the subtitle of the book is "The Way of Christ Through Nonviolent Communication."
Great.
So it's a way to have them both coexist and support each other, and to
Right.
live life more fully.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, and to connect more deeply.
it's great. I can imagine that you'd probably want to be, connected with some local churches in some way, or come to a a service and maybe present the content a little bit to explain what it is you were trying to say. And I mean, was this for a Christian audience specifically?
For me, church is more about people congregating with the intention, and intention of following his teachings. And
Right.
his teachings, the way I read it, is about love. Learning how to love your neighbor as yourself, and figuring out how to love your enemies.
Mm,
I don't know anyone that knows how to do that really well except through NVC.
right.
So it's not about agreeing with your enemies,
Right.
but to be able to see and understand their heart and to empathize what might be going on for your enemies. That's doable. And I've NVC is the only framework that I have been able to find so far that allows me to do that.
Completely
So,
agree. Yeah.
um, and that's, I think the world needs this kind of practical spirituality, right? So it's not so much about the beliefs, it's more about putting it into practice. And how can we actually follow those teachings in a way that has authenticity and also integrity, right? That we're
Yeah.
acting congruently with our hearts, with our values.
Well, I'm really glad that you wrote it, and I'm excited to read it. I know you sent me a copy, so that's definitely on my reading list soon. But yeah, I hope other people watching will check it out and think it's valuable, especially in America where we have a very, um, heavy Christian populace, and there might be a lot of people that have family members who are Christian, and maybe they're not able to connect with NVC and their Christianity family members, and this could
Yeah.
be a good bridge for that.
Yeah, and actually, I would say, gosh, I hope that this book could help to bridge the divide right now.
Mm,
Our culture is so polarized. Got the left and the right, and the fascists and the liberals, and you
yeah,
know. So I'm actually working on a blog post, um, basically going beyond polarization to understanding. So
nice.
if this can help anyone to go beyond the beliefs and the judgments and to go into more of an authentic heart space to where I can listen to someone that I might disagree with and listen to their heart
Right.
to find out, what's really behind the words that they're saying and be okay with it and to also be heard.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what's up for me. Are you willing to listen to me?
Right.
So that would be something valuable for society. So beyond churches, beyond hierarchies, beyond belief, here's a path. It's a practical way to live out your spirituality. It doesn't have to be some set of rules and doctrine. Okay.
Right.
Hopefully, it's useful, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The merging of all the dogma, maybe to create something even better.
Yeah, I have to say I cringe at that. The merging of the dogma. It sounds like an experiment. But yeah,
It's not nearly as explosive as we might think it is.
yeah.
All right,
Well,
James. Well, it was good talking to you about the book.
yeah.
Let's
Thanks, man.
let's do
Thanks for
some more.
listening.
Let's do some more dudes later on.
Okay, sounds good.